we're going to be working on 8086 instruction decoder once again. I have everything set up here, and let me just pull up the 8086. Actually, I have it on my other screen. You guys probably can see it, but I guess it doesn't really matter. But just for the sake of it, I'll just say it's 286 instruction from the user trigger. It is, yeah, it's this thing right here. It's page 164. So yeah, this is what I'm looking at on the other screen. So if you guys want to take a look at it, but it's just this. Anyways, okay. Let me just pause.
DJ Joe.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So right now, um, what I'm looking at, it's supposed to be two move instructions, which are, uh, it's two register, uh, it's two register to register operations, which have the same opcode. This works. Then I'm looking at two immediate to 8-bit immediate to register operations, which one of them has the correct opcode, but the other one doesn't, which is interesting. If it's an immediate to register, it can be either. Okay, so let's take a look at this and see why it's not working. So right here, we have a buffer. We're getting this bin file, and this thing just reads all the contents and puts in this buffer, which is a I think this is just a unsigned character array vector, as you can see right here. Um, so so that's that. Then we have this get instruction method, which takes in that buffer, and it basically has another. It returns a vector full of instructions. The instruction is actually a structure. Yeah, it's this. We have an opcode. You have direction. Actually, we can see that over here. So we have an opcode. We then have 1-bit direction, 1-bit word size, mod, reg, rm, and then these are some optional bytes which we may need. So yeah, low disk, high disk, low data, high data. Perfect. So now we're looking at immediate to register, which is this one right here. So okay, let's go back to that. Let's go back to that. Yeah, this thing. So first, we're iterating through the buffer in 2 bytes because we know for a fact that the first 2 bytes are gonna have some data which we need for sure. Um, we're not sure how it's oriented, so this um, function over here, decode instruction, is supposed to do that for us. All this is supposed to do is decode any additional instructions, which is going to be byte 3, 4, 5, 6, if we need them. So right now, this decode instruction has to make sure that these 2 bytes are correctly parsed. So let's look at that. Decode instruction. So yeah, we start out with an int decoder, and then we put it in the byte index, whatever index it is. We're extracting the bits. So first, we're extracting 7 and 4 to check for this scenario because we're checking for. Wait, I can just do this thing again. Anyways, we're checking these 4 because if this is the so okay, we're checking these 7 to 4 because if this happens to be 0B or in binary 1011, then we immediately know that this is an immediate to register operation. So then we have a different routine for that. If it's not that, when we extract it's like something else, right? Yeah, if it's something else, then we can just move on. But first, let's see how we do this. So if it is this, then we decode the opcode, which is just this. We just write that right there and line it. For the word size, we know that it's the next bit, and it's 3, 3. So that we're doing it correctly. And then we just straight up go to the right, which is from 2 to 0. We do that. Then we go to the next thing and extract data, and we're getting the low data. Okay. If the W bit over here is set, which means that this is a 1, then we need to read an additional piece of data, so we can write that down later. However, let's just go back to these two operations. The normal operations is we read from 72, and that's our opcode. Our direction is just going to be 1, 1. The word size is going to be 0, 0. That works out. Then we move 1 byte. I skipped off, I think. I didn't do this. I see. Good thing I read that. Okay. That's something I should have done. Let's try compiling that again, see if that fixes any errors. That doesn't seem to fix it, but I think it works better. Anyways, we're gonna think about that, but this definitely needs to be here. So we're starting off with this, and then we're recompiling our. Okay, perfect. So this first. Now we're increasing our index, and then we're going through the second one. We have mod, reg, and rm fields. So whatever that is, we're just taking 7 to 6, and then 5. 5 to it's a little confusing. Let's go back here. The reg field is 3, and our RM field is 3. 3, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So mod is definitely 2. Okay. So it's going to be bit 7, 6. This is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, that works. That's correct. Okay, that's that. Now this just does the decoding for the necessary bytes. So we know for each instruction there's going to be a minimum of 2 bytes and additional bytes based on the information here. Cool. So now when we go back to our little function, where is that? Right here. So now we have a bunch of decoded stuff in this decode thing. And now we need to check our mod field because our disk low and disk high is dependent on the mod. So in the scenario that the mod field is just 0, 0, there is no displacement. However, there is a displacement if the RM field is 1, 1, 0. Then there's a 16-bit displacement, which means that we're checking for RM equaling 6 and why is it? Sorry, we're checking if RM is equal to mod is equal to 0 because 0, 0 in decimal is 0. Actually, to make this very clear, I think I can just do like 0, B, 0, 0, just to like really make sure that I'm not like messing something up here. Okay, so we have 0, B, 0, 0. And I can do the same for this. 0, B, we did 1, 1, 0. Very nice. So over here, we can see that if decoder.mod is 0, B, 0, 0, which means there is no displacement, we can just say displacement is equal to 0 here. If there's RM field, which is equal to this, then we can say displacement equals to 2. Perfect. Which means we're reading 2 bytes because each byte is 8 bits and 8 times 2 is 16. Cool. Then we have the 0, 1 case, and that's just a 8-bit displacement, which means we're reading 1 byte. Then we have the 1, 0, which means it's 2 bytes. And then there's the register mode, which means no displacement, which means there's a register to register move operation or whatever. It could be like a push or whatever it is. It's register, which means we don't need to get anything from that. Perfect. So we're just going to keep that default case to 0. Then, if the decoded opcode is this one, is this, we have to check if the W bit is set, because if it's set, that means we need to read one additional byte. And we also need to make sure that the displacement is there because there's a, you know, it doesn't matter what the displacement. I mean, there is no mod code. Maybe I should set that. That's fine. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so now we have already decoded the opcode. So this is correct. Then, if there's a displacement or data, if any one of them is greater than 0. Okay, so you can just do that. I'm pretty sure 1 is true, right? I'm pretty sure 1 is equal to true, and anything greater than 1 is true. Anything that's non-zero can be converted to Boolean is not false. Yep. Yep, perfect. Okay. So if there's any additional bytes to decode, it's actually a good question. When I do this, so I mean, I'm not sure if this comparison is even true. I guess we can check on the debugger later on. But for now, I think we just assume that it was true. Okay. So if there's any displacement or data, we decode additional. Let's go to that function. So we're taking in the buffer, we're taking in the decoded thing, and we're going to directly pass it in and edit it because we don't want to change the structure of that. We're taking the index. The index is going to be does I even I doesn't change until here. That's a good point. So I need to do I plus 2 here? Not sure. Okay. That might be a bug. So yeah, and then displacement data, yeah, that's fine. Okay, then we're checking if there's displacement in this. If you see the thing, hypothetically, let's just say we're doing an immediate to register memory operation. There's going to be displacements and then data. So we want to do the displacements first and then have the data. So we're checking if there's any displacement. We're doing the low bits. That's just curved by whatever. I guess I could just make this a little concise. I mean, I guess I could just make this concise and say while this minus minus, and then just do no, I can't do that. No, yeah, I can't do that because I have to update each of them. So if this equals to increase the index by 1, sure buff by, okay, then extract it's fine. Then you add the index if there is any. Then you do the same thing. But this time, okay. This gets a little complicated over here. Because the problem is, in this situation, I think we have to take both data ourselves. But in this situation, the initial instruction decode is taking this piece of data. Shoot. Okay. Okay. So specific for this opcode, this has to be different. Immediate registers have to be handled with it. Okay. Okay. Let's just do it like this. Decode additional. No. Let's do it like this.
Yeah, I know you see the drip and you like it. Wanna text me, but your pride tryna fight it. I know you young, chasing love, tryna find it. Then I saw you at a party, started when I want you. So do you want me? If I said I love you, would you love me? I could never dub you, but can you dub me?
Oh, immediate to register or slash memory always has a data byte as well. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. It just gets more and more complicated the way I think. Maybe over here, if it's a, why not just like take the full check over here and just take it? So like, what if I just do if decoded dot word size equals or just that if it's set, if the bit is set, I can just say plus plus by index. So do you want me? If I said I love you, would you love me? I can never dub you, but can you dub me? Yeah, I wanna fall in love, I don't think it's for me. Hope you know I want you, so do you want me? If I said I love you, 7 0. Then I can do that over here. And over here, I can just kind of get rid of this part. And then this works just the same. This works the same way. But for immediate to register memory operations, we need to check. Or I guess we need to take some data. Wait, what? I don't get it. Is immediate to memory operations so do they guarantee to have this low this high? I'm a little confused.
Forget all, whoa, 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 yeah, new band, too bad. I'ma see you later, shawty. New friend, new rap, fuck about that all. I do what I do, cause I am who I am. Yeah, I don't need a reason or an explanation. And that's just the way it is, way the way. And that's just the way it is, way the way. I'm rich and on my own. And that's why she keep calling my phone. What's it called? In love with the money, it's fuck 'em all. If you fuck up my bro, I can't fuck with y'all. I don't wanna unless she gon' do
immediate revenues always fall like this.
Shawty gon' suck her right through the drugs. RIP to the ones I forever lost. RIP to the money I ran it up. If she bad, Michael Jack, I'ma let her know. And if she
wait, what?
then I can't let her go. I can't let her go.
I thought you said.
I can't let her go. I can't let her go. I can't let her go.
So if there's a displacement, is it guaranteed to be 6 or 2 bytes? I'm so confused. Because this says over here, following Intel convention, if the displacement is 2 bytes, the most significant byte is stored second in the instruction. That's fine. If the displacement is only a single byte, the 8086 or 8088 automatically sign extends this quantity to 16 bits before using the information for further address calculations. What does that mean? For using this information for those address calculations. I don't get it. I don't get it. So like I'm a little confused here because if there's a displacement, are these discs below disk high guaranteed? I need to ask that first. I think this has to be the case. Perfect. Okay, fine. That makes sense. Okay, okay. That cleared it up a little bit.
Everything's still cool. Being me, I can't lose. I know you getting confused. They like how you do it so smooth. Gotta stay in tune. With your lover can't lose. Say 9, say 10. Make sure you gon' lose. Yeah. I can see you wanna vibe with me. Just say you wanna vibe with me. Feeling like I won a lottery. You getting a lot of me. Probably why you calling me. Is that why you calling me? Feeling like I won a lottery. You getting a lot of me. I can see you wanna vibe with me. Just say you wanna vibe with me. Feeling like I won a lottery. Yeah, my nigga, we really popping this shit for real, nigga.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just check real quick.
No cap. No rap cap. I took the top off. I'm dripping like hot sauce. I got drinking this clean raw. Baby, give me that mean mouth. Hit that pussy like golf ball. I can do this without y'all. Carlos, I go loco. I go back to the trap house. Spread that bitch and the bells down. Cashing in and I cash out. Turn that shit to a stash house. I ain't taking no handouts. Money calling, I'm in route. For them niggas, they been down. Blow it back when I'm in town. Is it gonna you the best? I done went and got a check. I'm about to flex.
Okay, which means that over here
I just start to worry less. When I bought my bitch legs,
we can just
I take my fridge. Niggas sending me threats. I done bought another vest. I'm protecting my flesh.
oh, that's why I didn't do it. I see. Okay, so this can happen. This is fine actually. Over here. This is fine.
I got drinking this clean raw. Baby, give me that mean mouth. Hit that pussy like golf ball. I can do this without y'all.
Okay.
Carlos, I go loco. I go back to the trap house. Spread that bitch and the bells down. Cashing in and I cash out. Turn that shit to a stash house. I ain't taking no handouts. When they calling, I'm in route. For them niggas, they been
So I can just do this one. So I can just add decoded dot opcode equals 0b 110001. Right? 11001. Yeah, sorry. That's 11001. Okay, so essentially, what do I do? Okay, so over here, this part is fine. This part is okay. Let's just, okay, this makes sense for now. What we're saying is, if the opcode is a immediate to register, this means that the data minimum has to be 1. Okay. If the W bit is set, however, in the other scenario, okay, let's do it like this. I think I should do else if copy this, and then I can say if the decoder.opcode is this, then also data equals 1. If the decoder.w bit is set, then data plus 5. And in this case, we don't change the displacement because we need to displace anyway. Okay, fine. That makes sense. Yeah, let's try. So it doesn't change anything. So why does this? What is this? This is not supposed. This is not right. Okay, let's try. the opcode, then data is 1. That's correct. Displacement is 0. If the opcode is this, then data is equal to 1. That's correct. And we don't change the displacement. Cool. If decoder.word size, we just add to the data. And then, okay, so now we have displacement or data. We have both in this scenario, so let's just do that. Decode additional buffer. Okay, let's go to decode additional. If displacement, if there's any displacement, boom, decoded load this with this. If it's 2, then we add the index, do this, extract bytes. Add the displacement bytes. And then we do data. Right here. If data equals 2, that means we can just rewrite decoded low data equal to extracting the bits from the current byte. Let's say 70. Then we can say, oh, that doesn't have to do then we can increase this index. What's index? Or you can just say per byte equals the buffer and the index. Then we can do decoder dot high data equal to extract bits. Right. 70. I think this makes sense to me. It's so nasty. This whole process is nasty. Okay. I'm curious how did they do it? Okay. Like, how did I want to see how Mr. the goat casing Mercury himself do it. I'm a little curious. Shit. Oh, these are some contributions. Tags. Where are the tags at? Is that like right here? Slow decode. Okay, part. So let's see. How did it even go through it? 786. What is segmented access? And you just include a bunch of CPG files.
Yeah, I know you see the drip and you like it. Wanna text me but your pride tryna fight it. I know you young, chasing love, tryna find it. Then I saw you at a party, so you know I want you. So do you want me? If I said I love you, would you love me? I can never dub you, but can you dub me? Yeah, I wanna fall in love, I don't think it's for me. Hope you know I want you, so do you want me? If I said I love you, would you love me? I can never dub you, but can you dub me? Yeah, I wanna fall in love, I don't think it's for me. I ain't no regular nigga. When we pull up to the party, man, the party get bigger. And she fucking with Lil Taker cause she know I'm a winner. I pray to God every day, but I know I'm a sinner. More money, more pounds, and the bitches get thicker. Throw shooting like a free throw. Shorty, she a free hoe, that's my line. Yeah, I'm
what is
shorty right now. No, you
this is so confusing.
I ain't tryna waste no time.
What is this code?
Yeah, I'm
Am I dumb or what?
As soon as I met you, you said you want date me. I can't say I'm loyal for you, baby. Maybe these niggas, they hate me cause they mad they hate me. So much hoes around me, I'm getting so lazy. I'll fuck with you, baby, as long as you make me. Sooner or later, I'll make you my baby. Sooner or later, I'll make you my baby. Yeah, I know you see the drip and you like it. Wanna text me, but your pride tryna fight it. I know you young, chasing love, tryna find it. Then I saw you at a party, started when I want you. So do you want me? If I said I love you, would you love me? I can never dub you, but can you dub me? Yeah, I wanna fall in
It's
love.
pretty small. My code is like 200 lines as well. I can do better later on. I'm not sure. Anyways, for now I'll just do whatever. I don't even know this code. I don't understand it. I'm just gonna work on it.
I don't think it's for me. I don't think it's for me.
Okay, anyways. I don't understand why this is bugging out. 1111. Yeah.
Black leather glove, no sequin. Buckles on the jacket, it's elite shit. Nike crossbody got a piece in it. Gotta dance, but it's really on some street shit. I'ma show you how to get it. It go right foot up, left foot slide, left foot up, right foot slide. Basically, I'm saying either way.
Technically speaking, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be right. One second.
Don't you wanna dance?
So we have register operations. These two are register to register. Then we have the 8-bit immediate to register.
It's a thriller in a track. Where we from? Baby, don't you wanna dance with me? No, I could dance like Michael Jackson. I could get you satisfaction. And you know
yeah, so these are supposed to be
I'ma show you how to get it. It go right foot up,
slash memory. So this is immediate to register. But it does not have any display. Okay, which means that this is just it's gonna be this. So 1001. This is correct. For some reason, it's a negative 12 and starts bugging out, which means that this instruction decoder didn't go correctly. Then we have 16 bits. These seem to work fine. 1, 2, 3. Why is this this? This is not right.
This life got too deep for you, baby. 2 or 3 of us about to creep where they stayin'. Black leather glove, no sequin.
4, 5.
Buckles on the jacket, it's elite shit.
1, 2.
Nike crossbody
1,
got
2.
a piece in it. Gotta dance, but it's really on
yeah, this is not right. Okay, I feel like this decoder is not doing it correctly. 8-bit immediate to register is not working correctly. So let me just do that. Maybe I can use the new debugger to figure it out. Maybe I'm pretty bad with debuggers. Let's see if I can work with this. So let's just sort of breakpoint on main and a breakpoint. Actually, let's just say let's breakpoint at get instructions. Okay, let's continue. Let's run it. And then let's continue. Okay, so now we have this. So we're getting those instructions. That's alright. Well, I don't want to build that. Sorry. Okay, cool. See, this is bad. Just image displacement.
Don't you wanna dance with me? No,
Yeah,
I could dance like
that.
Michael Jackson. I could get you the passion. It's a
Okay,
thriller
let's
in
go
a
to
track.
it. It does.
Baby,
Wait, it
don't you
does?
wanna dance with me? No,
No, it
I
doesn't.
could dance like Michael Jackson. I could get you satisfaction.
Yeah, it doesn't do it. Okay,
And you
that's
know
good.
we out here every day with it. I'ma
This is
show
all
you how
fine.
to get it. It go right foot up, left foot slide, left foot
That's all
up,
good.
right foot slide. Basically, I'm saying
Return decoder. Then we can go back. Switch decoder online. Okay, so the first one I think is register to register, so it has to be 00. Okay, it immediately does this equals 0. That's, I mean, it's probably this case. Anyways, that works. Check debugger. I don't think this is right, so this should not execute. That's good. It's not this as well. Very good. Then it checks disk and data. This was 0 and data is also 0. Perfect. Doesn't add anything. Print add. It says dollar. Might be print this. $34. That doesn't seem right. Oh, actually, that's correct. Um, okay, that seems okay. Let's. Okay, this works fine. So these should work well. Should just be good. 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 Okay. Now this is our third one. This is important. This we are just data 0. Fine. Let's go to the decoder parts. Run into that. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. Extract bit. Perfect. So it checks this. Then this should be the case. Very nice. 1011. Perfect. Extract bit. 3 3. Print decoded word size. This just has to be 0 or 1. Sorry. Or is it 1? It's 1 of data. Okay, it's 0. Come on. Wait, is it 0? I think it is. Yeah. Next. Print decoded red. What is that red shield again? Is that just? I'm actually not quite sure what the red is supposed to represent. How do I print Okay. It's /T. Let's try that. P/T decoded already. Okay, it's 0. Also 0. Output should be there. Let's just see if it works. It works. That's good. So confused. Why is it small? Okay, it's correct. And our word size print decoded word seems to be correct. Very good. Okay, this is correct. It's just the alpha. That's correct. Fine. Now we're getting our low data. So let's do that next. Let's do next again. Now we can say print /t. Actually, we don't need to do /t. We can just say p decoder dot load data. Because now it should be 12. It is perfect for now. Okay, everything's going well. What's the problem? If decoder dot word size. So the bit is not set. It should not go through this. Very good. It returns. That's perfect. But who is okay. Now that this went pretty well. Then we're switching decoder dot mod. I don't think we care about the mod field because mod field is not set. Maybe. Okay, wait. Do we have an RF field for this? I don't think we do. So we don't, for the immediate to register, we don't have an RF field. The data is just everything. So this should just be displacement equals 0. Very nice. Very good. Data is equal to 1. Because we already read, by the way. If I just p decoded dot data. Right? Sorry. P decoded dot load data. Good. So this works. And we don't have any high data as well. This is all we need. So next. Oh, this is where the problem is. We only set this and decoded dot word size. Yeah, just decoded dot word size. We've already read the data, so we don't need to do this. Okay, that makes sense. So now we're reading stuff which we don't really need. Okay, print decoded dot high data. Yeah, we don't need to do that. Okay, that makes sense. Maybe now. Let's see what happens now. Okay, this works perfectly. Wow, it's quite surprising. Okay, now we have all the instructions perfectly in this little thing, I think. Only God knows. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here and... So somehow I need to convert all this. So by the way, one funny thing is, all these opcodes are all move instructions. They're just different types of move instructions. This is not even fun. They're all move instructions. So... I somehow need to like find a way to kind of I don't even know. How am I supposed to print all this properly? So I guess we finished most of the work. It's just all this print instructions part. Okay, really quickly, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna copy this, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say if it's 1011, that's also a move instruction, and if it is 110011, it's also a move instruction. Right now, I can say something to the effect of. Wait, can I do that? It's a hash map, right? It's a unordered map reg opcode. Okay. So reg opcode, and then do. Okay, let's try and see what happens. Move. Perfect. So all of that works. But somehow in this opcode, this is not enough. We need to sort of understand that a register to register operation and immediate to register operation, whatever, whatever. So this is gonna be quite interesting to do. Okay, how am I supposed to do this? I guess for now I can just copy and do the reg map as well. Let's see what happens when I this along with so doing it like this. Delete this. Sorry. SCDCL or no to here. SCDCL. Okay. So that, and then I can say PPP, and then over here I can say reg map. Then I can say s dot right and rn. I don't know. I don't remember. We're gonna find out very soon if this works. Move CL. That didn't work. Okay, so the first reg is correct. Maybe? Okay, CX. Well, this is just wrong. Oh, wait. Is mod? How do I? Wait, I'm looking at the manual. Oh, look at my GitHub page. This is what right. Let's just copy this from my previous old code. It's actually not a bad solution, I think. It was quite a decent solution which I came up with last time. So this is gonna be our S. This is also S. This is also S. Sorry. This is also S. S.
Everything's still cool. Being me, I can't lose. I know you get confused. They like how you
now we have this. Actually, let me
with your love, I can't lose. Say 9, say 10. Make sure you gon' lose. I can see you wanna vibe with me. Just say you wanna vibe with me. Feeling like I won a lottery. You getting a lot of me. Probably why you calling me.
Okay, so now that's our size. If this is equal to this and this.
You getting a lot of me. I can see you wanna vibe with me. Just say you wanna vibe with me. Feeling like I won a lottery. You getting a lot of me.
Okay, I can do stirred C out. Just
you getting a lot of me. Mixing different shades up. I look like the fall. Trap money, real money. Yeah, I want it all.
Red map S dot RN and RPG. Okay.
I'ma do what I want right now. I can't wait till it's too late. Everywhere up in the world right now. 10 bands in a suitcase. Cool. Being me, I can't lose. I know you getting confused. They like how you do it so smooth. Gotta stay in tune. sure you gon' lose, yeah. I can see you wanna vibe with me. Just say you wanna vibe with me. Feeling like I won a lottery. You getting a lottery.
SIVX is correct.
Is that why you calling me? Feeling like I won a lottery.
SIVX is correct. DHL is correct.
I can see you wanna vibe with me.
Okay, so these are not correct because CL is supposed to be here and this is supposed to be a 12, not BH.
Is that why you calling me? Feeling like I won a lottery.
Okay,
You getting a lot of me.
so let's start fixing that. How am I supposed to fix that actually? That's a good question. If the opcode, I guess I need to somehow get it through the opcode.
Yeah, my nigga, we really popping this shit for real, nigga.
This is so complicated.
No rap cap.
Hmm.
I took the top off. I'm dripping like hot sauce. I got drinking this clean raw. Baby, give me that mean mouth.
Okay.
Like golf ball. I can do this without y'all. Carlos, I go loco. I go back to the trap house. Spread that bitch in the bells down. Cashing in and I cash out. Turn that shit to a stash house. I ain't taking no handouts. Money calling on me route. For them niggas, they been down. Blow it back when I'm in town. They say gonna you the best. I done went and got a check. I'm about to flex. This is all of my forget. Pocket diamonds on wet. I got water around my neck. I done start to worry less. When I bought my bitch legs. I take my friends. Niggas sending me threats. I done bought another vest. I'm protecting my flesh. Nigga pour my back. Been the front of my hat. I don't have no wreck. I can never get attacked. I shit like a scene now. I got back on my feet now. I can take out my team down. I'ma hold my whole team down. Niggas hate, I don't see how. Made it out of the dumb south. And I don't even know how. About to pull me a Benz out. I took the top off. I'm dripping like hot sauce. I got drinking this clean raw. Baby, give me that mean mouth. Hit that pussy like golf ball. I can do this without y'all. Carlos, I go loco. I go back to the trap house. Spread that bitch in the bells down. Cashing in and I cash out. Turn that shit to a stash house. I ain't taking no handouts. When they calling, I'm in route. For them niggas, they been down. Blow it back when I'm in town. Yeah, I drip when I'm in town. I'm just trying to stay inbound. And I'm making my cash cow. Gonna came with his own sound. You ain't still in this flow now. Blowing smoke.
We change up that music a
I've
little
been
bit.
bringing these hoes out. Gonna get in his zone now. Eat a green salad. Yeah, niggas still rapping.
Chinese music? Wow. What happened, man? Okay. Let's think. So if the opcode is sort of different, I need to kind of take that into account. And when I'm printing my thing. Because if that's the case, my data is what I'm trying to print. Let me actually do this. Maybe in the instruction decode, I need to, instead of doing this in print instructions, I kind of have the flow going over here. Like, I'm already kind of parsing the data based on certain parameters. Maybe it's better for me to just push back some sort of, I don't know.
上，怎么能接受这荒唐？可能是我贱吧，不爱我的非要上，那么硬的男人非要装，是不是内心希望透过水流就会让你想起最爱我的时光？Baby，我们的感情好像跳楼机，让我突然的升空，又急速落地。别你给我一场疯狂，几乎遇上好难呼吸。那天的天气冷得放晴，你说的话全把我困在雨季。其实你不是不爱了吧？只是有什么还没处理，什么你闭口不语，是不是我正好说出你的心？就承认还是在意吧，哪怕偏偏我也可以。孩子别怕惊奇，试着找就能寻到珍贵。
Okay, let's get back to work.
你看这个天。
How am I supposed to do this though? I have no idea how to make these design decisions. Um, by the way, there's such a terrible way of writing code because this is just terrible. Like I'm like passing in stuff directly. Like this is bad. But I mean, this is the way I can do it. So whatever. Maybe what I can do is in our little decoded thing, I can add a bunch of other stuff for me to like understand how to parse the information. I don't know. Actually, no, that's dumb. I can just do that over here. Okay, let's just do that over here. I mean, whatever. I think this is fine because we have all the instructions we need to just do it. So I guess we can just do it over here. If well, sorry, we're gonna still need to do this, but over here we're gonna have a routine. If s dot if sure hem dot mod. What do I say? What is it again? So if it is anything like 0, 0, if it's 0v00 or 0v01 or 0v11, which means that these are memory mode, then we can make an assumption that something will go. So I can just do 4 like this. Yeah, this should work, right? Let me just ask Gemini. Oh, it's not. Shoot. Oh no. How do I change this? have to use switch statements. No. Ah. I hate switch. Actually, I don't hate switch statements. Switch statements are cool. Whatever. I'll just do switch statements to be honest. Let's just do that. Just change this to switch. Case 0, case 1, and case 2, or case 3, sorry. Because we care about 0, 0, 0, 1, and 1, 0. 1, 1 is going to be. Sorry. Oh. Wait, what? Oh. Yeah, I'm checking for 0, 0, 0, 1, and then 2. The case 2 is also no system. So we have case 3. So in case 0, if our temp.rm was going to be 110, if I have to type something here, and then case 1, 2, 3. Original, run mode, default, nothing. Okay, so we have these. I mean, I already did this though. I feel like they should just be done over there. I feel like I'm repeating myself, which I definitely am, to be honest. But, is there a better way to handle this? I mean, like, dry, bro, dry. Do not repeat yourself. I feel like that's a pretty decent rule. I don't think you should be repeating yourself. This is a very clear example of repeating yourself. I mean, I'm like already checking for all this over here. I already checked displacements and everything. Maybe I can pass this in. Like, how am I even passing it in? I don't get it. So let me just look at the operational form. So what I'm trying to say is, Oh, so this is little endian, which means we need to like go left to right in reading. Left is the least significant, right is the most significant. But when you're reading it, like you're reading it as big endian. Like it's rightmost is most or least significant. Leftmost is most significant. Um,
欲望还想继续做欲望，而海港已经不知去向。此刻他醉倒在细雨中心，没有潮汐的梦。
trying to think of how to do this. So when we get our mod field, do I just kind of like go through here? And what can I even say to make this easier to print out? Like, maybe I could like in printing. I think I technically have all the information. If there's data, that means it's not registered to register, right? Yeah, I can always just read all the data and just put it in the thing. If it's immediate, the immediate is always going to be there. So I can just always do that. I can just always put the immediate on the right and just kind of go with that. For source address calculation stuff, well, that gets complicated. But for now, we don't need to think about that. Let's just do immediate to register. Let's take it step by step. What I can do is, in a very simple way, I can just say if temp dot data, low data. Okay, I'm always gonna check for low data, and if there's low data, I'm just gonna read the high data as well. I'm just gonna say, boom. So I can just say if PMP or X whatever it's fine. Dot data, low data. Then do this. Print out the instruction first. Maybe. Then, according to them, the reg field is gonna have the let me just check. CLSL. Okay, so the reg field seems to have the thing. So get rid of this. Get rid of the RM field. Put this here. Change all this to 10. I could probably do this faster, but I'm just gonna go lazy. Okay. Now, and then I can just say SCDs stood CL. And I can say just give me temp dot low data and cap that with temp dot high data. Maybe I don't know. Actually, for now, let's just do it like this, and that's it. Let's just do just do this. Let me just copy this then undo all of everything I just did. I don't know why I deleted all of it. It's really stupid. Okay. Okay. What is this called? Just wrap this all in the out statement. I think this is okay. Let's see if I can do it. Is it S and then? No. How do I do it? Sorry. The way I remember is 208 to 213. Like this, and then change it all to 10. Oh, shoot. And these didn't even change. Why? Why? 208 to 213. Yeah, so S dot. What? S dot. Change that to F dot. Am I stupid or what? This is dumb. I don't get it. I don't know how to do this. I'm too dumb for this. If I was born like a while back, maybe I'll be better than, but I'm pretty parallel. Okay. And it still didn't even change this for some reason, which is dumb. How come it didn't change all this? Okay. What is wrong? Oh. Why does it wrong? Oh. What? Do this. Okay, move BX something. Move works. Why did my first few stop working? I don't get it. What? Oh wait, let me just... Oh, wait. Why is BX over there? Opcode. Crypto word size equals 0. Yeah, that's all fine. Yeah, everything seems right. Wait, that should be pretty obvious, I thought. I don't need to specify that. Wait, what is low data height? It's just constant chart, yeah. Wait, what is okay? Let's do this. B print instructions. Let's do like this, and then run, and then we can say print M, or this can be next S. Okay, so let's print temp dot load data, or print slash t temp dot loading 1011. Load data is 1011 for the first one. How? What the? I mean, how's this possible? What the heck is going on? I'm so confused. Can I change something here? What am I even listening to? There's a song. Good stuff. I'll put this. Alright. Go.
The pharmacy.
Like a tone, bitch, I'm looking like a lick. Think up Thanos rock thumb in my fist. Entertainment with your bitch at night like Nick. Drake and Josh, how we team your bitch. Michael Jackson one glove I hit. Crying in the club with my stick. AK-50 spit, how I got slimes on deck. Metal long, let it just flick big. Two girls, two cups, no, I had to level up. Ate a Mario mushroom quick. No, these niggas be chickens like a nugget. They be just actors, they to Washington. I'ma play this at a song when the smile's violin. Put the niggas in my scrap bin. Maybe we could get along, maybe we could be friends in another book of life, my friend. Yo, cut dough, baby, on my nuts though. Cause I don't give a fuck ho. I might be around squirrels cause a nigga is a nut ho. This that, yes I get the biggest saturated fucking big fat. I'm not skinny dipping, big dripping, bitch, big facts. Chief, keep that pussy, bang, bang. Pretty please don't act like me, and you is the fucking same thing. Yes, nigga, I switched the floater on what the docs gang. They tryna bite like a vampire fang. Lemons wanna bend and let a nigga ang. Intelligence is only for the gentlemen, so silly pussy niggas just trick for kids. That's a fact like a stubble captain. Lame niggas saying that they fucking demons don't want it, that they lost up in the sauce in this bitch. I ain't never did a false deity, give me power or do a damn thing for me, bitch. While I'm acting like a monster like Stitch, you be acting like a bitch, so I call you sis. Switcheroo yo bitch, This what I call an assist, Tell them this ain't that and that ain't this. What the fuck am I wrist, Cut dates, baby, on my nuts, so. Cause I don't give a fuck,
Right.
I might be around squirrels, cause a nigga is a nut, Cut through, love it when they right, ho. Knife on the AK, step away, guy, ho. Hopping in that mosh pit, always trying to raise shit. It's a different day, this fuck niggas on the same shit, I hate it. Rich like a white bitch, I shit go blind, bitch. Put my dick up in your mom, bitch, you ain't no shit.com. Desert Eagle, take his head off, make it fly like a comet. Glizzy, crack your ass like Soulja Boy, screaming, yeah, bitch. Nigga, bitch, Granted, bullet like a wish, D-Rose when I drive to the paint with the foul, I'ma still get a swish, what the fuck, bro? You ain't tryna fuck, get the fuck at my spot, ho. While your ass get kicked out like a dot, ho. Cut dough, baby, on my nuts though. Cause I don't give a fuck, ho.
Can I initialize stuff inside a struct? Like make this like zeros or something? Maybe should I do that? I feel like I should. That makes it easier to understand. I think that's just some garbage value because I didn't initialize it. Maybe? Is that the case? I don't know if that's the case, but I think that's the case. So I'm gonna assume that's the case. I don't know what you need. Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's go and paste this here. Okay, SIBX DHL works. CL12 didn't work. CXC. ALBX. Okay, this is all fine. Okay, so over here, SIBX and DHL are correct. Now I need to do CL12 and CS. For some reason, temp.low data just can't be printed like that. I guess. I don't know why. I think it should be able to be printed like that. Wait, it's an unsigned chart. Why can't I print it? What? Let's do GDB. Fix it Y B print instructions. Yes. Run. Next. Print temp. Load data. It's 0. That works. Okay, this is correct. Nice.
Who's that creeping through my window? Before you come outside, I got the info. Took it to the
Okay,
end zone
1100. That's 4. Yeah, this is correct. I can, if I just do like this, data 12. Good. So why can't I just print it?
Like Janet, outside, don't panic. Gotta switch, gotta change up transit. Still jump around, move fancy, and I still don't like shit fancy. Up late, feeling real chancy. They outside really tryna end me. Yeah. Who's that creeping through my window? Before you come outside, I got the info. Took it to the end zone from the end zone. Know I love to smoke, you love to lick more. Wanna hit the jack, then what you call for? All that out your name shit that ain't called for. Who the fuck is this?
I need to do a static cast. It's stupid.
All I'm tryna tip. Shawty say she old and got a razor in her lip. Mix my cup and twist one up. I love that ratchet shit. She like iced out wrist. Iced out wrist. Fuck don't kiss. Fuck she fuck don't kiss. Look like friends.
244. Is that right? I think it's negative 12. That was negative 12. SIBX, DHAL, CH244, CX12, 244, DX. Okay, so DX, I have to add. Like, maybe I can just add it? I mean, how do I concatenate? I'm not sure how to concatenate over here. That's definitely not how you say concatenate. 16-bit over here, we're getting 12. Negative 12. BX is definitely okay.
Man, I've been fearless, I let him feel this. You know, I spit it no cap when I killed this. I'm better hit him with the rest, let him hear this. Where this war tour better be a field trip. Yeah, sack it up and then I double it. No time for mumbling, show him where trouble is. Been on my team, plotting my things, living my dreams. Yeah, it's obscene. Word around here been blessed. Everything I hear my best. The game looks clear, no test. Won't side to my pure sesh. Won't stop, no, I don't rest. All you wanna talk about is how rich you are. Made 1 million, about 50 cars. Your label sucks, stuck in a 360. Not Harrison, but I'm still indie. Absurd, yeah, I'm a man of my word. The music finally better burst. They wanted me dead in a hearse. They wanna copy how I work. I hit them like, yeah, good luck. From the sun up to the moon up. I made tracks on tracks, have views
Okay,
up. All these rappers
I see.
lying with the rules up. I'm not one of them, they'll confuse us, huh? Man, I've been fearless, I let him feel this. You know, I spit it no cap when I killed this. I'm better hit him with the rest, let him hear this. Where this war tour better be a field trip. Yeah, sack it up and then I double it. No time for mumbling, show him where trouble is. Been on my team, plotting my things, living my dreams. Yeah, it's obscene. Been that lost boy, but I'm still here. Crawling up, ain't got no fears. Put me on the map and I'ma show him rap. All that fake stuff, got no time for that in my pain. Turned it into a new Alec lane. Really better win and then put in the shame. Show him what fire is burning for days. Music just won't be the same. They just wanna see me fail.
Data.
Every time I will avail. All their
Shift
music's
that
out of
8
scale. My music, the holy grail.
bits.
Been too long to quit, I made too many
Then
waves.
for
yeah.
that
About to
with the
feel the bliss
load.
when I step foot on stage, ay.
Huh? 10 down.
Man, I've been fearless, I let him feel this. You know, I spit it no cap when I killed this. I'm better hit him with the rest, let him hear this. Where this war tour better be a field trip. Yeah, sack it up and then I double it. No time for mumbling, show him where trouble is. Been on my team, plotting my things, living my dreams. Yeah, it's obscene.
Fearless, I let him feel this. You know, I spit it no cap when I killed this. I'm better hit him with the rest, let him hear this. Where this war tour better be a field trip. Yeah, sack it up and then I double it. No time for mumbling, show him where trouble is. Been on my team, plotting my things, living my dreams. Yeah, it's obscene.
This is wrong, like it's straight up. Oh, not this song though. It's not Joji, man. Villainy. Uh, oh, classical music time. This is not classical music. Ooh, this is cool. I like this. Okay, so this 12 works. Negative 12 doesn't work. This 12 works. Negative 12 doesn't work. 3948 works. Negative 3948 doesn't work. ALBX. This is supposed to be DX, but DX is here. Okay. Something I had to fix. Then we have AX, which is something here. AL over here. CX, CL, CH. This is all correct. Okay, we're getting close. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like we're getting there. Slowly but surely. This stuff is probably supposed to be different a little bit, so we need to fix that. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm actually gonna push all this to commit and push. There we go. Alright, now we need to figure out. So for now, I'm just gonna assume these work. Because, I mean, negative values, we kind of don't know how to do that yet, so let's just chill for that. Now we have address calculation stuff. This is gonna be interesting, to say the least. So, just to start off, let's just make this temp dot low displacement. So this is too loud. Alright. We can check for this in this scenario where we have in the scenario where we have right here. So we have just go to slide, then you want to check for data. So for this case, we can just kind of check within this function. We can just kind of copy this a little bit or something. I don't know. That would be moving an immediate to a memory location, I think. But we don't have that for now. We don't have it. We haven't moved immediates to memory locations in the example code. AC. How long have we been streaming for? I want to take a break. 99 minutes, huh? That's quite a bit. I'm probably gonna chill, take a break.